Northern Lakes controls on the face-off. Peterson will dump it in. Sullivan will go in on the forecheck.
Wrapped around
far side just like Cardi.
Flipped out to center ice. Cable back,
one-on-one.
Good job by
Nybox to get back, intercept that pass. Pass through the middle, intercepted. Marshall turn it back the other way. Offside and Lightning wide. They're calling a slash.
All right, so we're starting with the JV game left off. So just 25 seconds in, Northern Lakes on the penalty kill. Got Fulton and Ryer out with Cable and Nybocken. Morsuya in net. They'll try to crank it up. Marshall comes through with speed. Right down the middle. Knocked away at last second. That puck goes up and out of play. Face-off will be inside the zone. Face-off controlled by Northern Lakes. Sent around by Nybocken. Ryer on his horse. Wins the race to the puck. He's got it. Shot. Save made. Goaltender's down between his arm and his right pad.
And pinches that puck.
An
excellent short-handed chance there by Ryer. So we're going to face off the left of the goaltender. I guess they're going to say that the wingers got in. So we'll do it again. Face off won by Northern Lakes. Unable to keep it in the zone, though. Marshall will come back the other way. 2-on-2, 3-on-2. Now right in the middle of the slot. Shot. And just like that, Marshall leads 1-0. They score 51 seconds into the power play. And just a minute 16 into the game. Lightning will control in their own zone. This is Rikla. Chasing. They get it by Ryer. And Marshall comes off the center ice. Rikla watches his man alongside, causes a turnover. Ryer gets bumped off the puck. Now Bulmer through center ice. He'll backhand it in. Fulton goes in on the forecheck. Now behind the net, near side. Marshall out through center ice, intercepted there by Bulmer. He loses the handle on it. Hannah picks it up. Poke away from him. And now Marshall tries a long stretch pass. That's deflected into the Lightning zone. Hannah back to pick it up. Comes near side to Verville. Verville with it. Up to Martin. One touch pass to Katterhagen and a through center. Katterhagen steps over the line, carries to the right side, puts the brakes on. Tried to come back to Verville near side. He's able to hold the zone. But Marshall quickly down the way. Tips, so no icing. Out front, So a player got lost in front of the net and chip it up over the glove of Suya. And with 14:29 left in the first period, there's been 2 shots, 2 goals by Marshall, and they lead 2-0. Nybakken back to pick it up in his own net. Hands it off to Cable. Cable up to Cardy. Cardy will skate to center. Off of Peterson's stick, but he pushes it deeper. Peterson racing, wins the puck battle in the corner. Tries to step around the defenseman, but loses the handle there. And Marshall will come back the other way. Shot up high on Suya, rebound loose. Picked up by Sullivan, and he's going to put it up into the rafters. We're going to get a face-off again deep in the Lightning zone. Face-off won by Fulton. Centered pass. Sent out to the line, but not out. Berg back to pick it up near side corner. Out gets through Fulton. That's going to go all the way down. Goaltender out to play it. He'll wrap it around the far side. Too far for his own guy. Picked off by Ballmer, and he'll send it deep. Out to the line and out. Berg tries to step up. And that's pitched up and out of play. We'll get a face-off at the neutral, at the center ice dot. With 13:06 left here in the first. Face-off one back to Hannah. He puts it off the wall of Fury. Marshall now with it through center, intercepted by Burville. He puts it up to Martin. Martin hands it wide side for Fury. Fury looking for Catterhagen. Got him down in the corner. Catterhagen out front for Fury, gets all the way through. Marshall's going to turn it back the other way. Come near side, and they'll call that offside. Got a 12:39 left here in the first. Lightning in a quick 2-0 hole. They sneak by Nybakken. Centering pass. Ends up on right point. Shot. And they score on the rebound. Suya made the first save, but it goes right onto the stick of Marshall. And they banked it in off of him while he was down. And 12:28 left in the first. It's 3-0. Face-off controlled by Northern Lakes. Try to clear. Doesn't get out of the zone. Now Peterson out through center ice. He's caught and sniffed the puck. Gets it back and is able to get it deep. Cardy in on the forecheck. They get by him. It's deflected all the way down. Suya out to play it. He'll wrap it around far side for Nybakken. Pops his stick. Put back in on Suya. Can't control the rebound. Now picked up by Nybakken. Spins away from pressure. Hands it to Cardy. Cardy's pass deflected. And Fulton will just send it out to the neutral zone. Northern Lakes will get a change. Held in now. Laying out front. Marshall wins the puck battle. They have it in the corner. Sent out to a vacant point. So Marshall will have to regather in center ice. They come near side. Drop pass ends up out in the neutral zones. Marshall will try to send it all the way down. That should be nice to haul, and is. 11:18 remaining here in the first. It's 3-0 Marshall.
I liked how we broke it out.
Face off control by Marshall. Fury comes in, gets a hold of it. Shoveled in on net by Catterhagen. Rickla steps up at the line to hold. Then ends up getting deflected up the center ice. Now Rickla with it. Makes a move. Comes near side. Crosses the blue line. Sends one deep, but that's tipped up and out of play. Face off won by Marshall. They'll try to wrap it near side. They get out the center ice, one-on-one. Rickla back, gets a stick on it, deflects that up and then under the netting. We'll get a face-off off the Suya's left. 10:48 remaining here in the first. Face-off controlled by Marshall. They send it in deep. Berg tries to push up the wall, pins his man there. They try to dig it out. Marshall will win the puck battle, goes out to the left point. Now they'll chip it back behind the net. Centering pass goes off the side of the net. All the way through up to the left point, held there. They'll wrap it around deep. On it in the near side corner is Marshall. Pinned there by Rickla. Helped by Ryer. Or no, excuse me, that's Fulton. Again, Marshall wins the puck battle. They'll rotate high to low. Behind the net, spinning away from pressure. Out to the left point. Shot from there, right on. Big rebound. And cleared away by Fulton all the way down. Northern Lakes with the wholesale change. Sullivan got in the way of that pass, sends it down for Peterson, just too far for him. He's going to chase him down in the offensive zone. Gets by Carty. And Marshall's back up through center ice. Watched by Burville. And good job at the line by Hanna and Burville to turn him sideways. It sends a man in on offside with 9:30 left in the third. First period. Excuse me. Good correction. There's a 3 on the board already. I'm not used to that. Hanna banks it out the center ice. Peterson on the forecheck. Pushes it in. Back deep into the Marshall zone. Battles through a check. Ends up far corner. Now Carty there. They get by him. They flip it out past Hanna to center ice, but Cable's there to pick it up. Marshall jumps it in, but they'll be offside, so they'll have to go back and touch. Cable now up the near side, turns it over. Shot right on Suya. Again, puck lane loose, and Carty picks it up from behind Suya in the blue. All the way down, Martin in on the forecheck. Now they'll clear all the way out, and that should be an icing call, and it is, with 8:43 left in the first. Not sure how many more times they're going to give Marshall a chance to step in on the faceoff circle without tossing their center, but either way, Marshall wins it, gets off the center ice. Catterhagen picks it up there, makes a man miss, dumps it deep. Fury in on the forecheck. Goaltender's going to play near side though. Berg holds in, loses his feet, but able to hold the zone. Now Marshall up the far side, flip it up the center ice. Berg there to knock it out the center. Good by Ryer. Now backdoor. Nice save, Suya. Didn't know where it went, but made the first save and cleared away by Berg. Lightning unable to clear the zone, though. They battle along the half wall. Now to the center of the zone. Chip wide. Lightning unable to get a handle on it. Marshall wins another puck battle. Now Ryer pokes the free. Ryer coming down the left side on the loose puck. Reaches it, puts a shot right on. Good job by the goaltender come out, knowing that Ryer didn't have anywhere to go with it. Makes a save right in the chest. And keeps us a 3-0 lead for Marshall. 7:43 remaining in the first. Fulton will step in to take the draw. Face off one back to Burville, left point. His shot goes wide. Karam's out the other way, and they put it up off of the bench, but somehow that didn't hit anybody. Marshall gets there to eliminate the icing. Shot goes wide. Now dumped in deep. Hannah's there to pick it up. He comes near side to Ryer. Ryer has it poked back into the corner. Centering pass. And the net's off, so the blue dead. 7:15 left in the first. Lightning control at the face-off, but can't clear. Sutton Sullivan behind his net, trying to make a pass. There's an interference call that goes uncalled. And we're going to call a hand pass now. So bring that outside the zone. That brings it all the way deep into the Marshall zone. 7:03 left in the first. Face-off controlled by Marshall. They come out of the zone, stood up nicely by Nybakken. Cable back to pick the puck up. Now centering pass cleared away. Nybakken will put it up to Carty. Carty has a poke off of his stick. Oh, and finally we're going to get a call. As they put Nybakken into the boards from behind. The call coming now, going to be a cross-checking call. That'll put Northern Lakes on their first power play game. So Northern Lakes will come out with Fulton, Balmer, and Ryer with Nybakken and Cable for this power play. See if they can get themselves on the board and start chipping away at this 3-goal deficit. Marshall wins the faceoff. Around the net, off the glass, and out to center ice. They relay it down against Sue Cable. We'll go back to pick it up. Pressure by Marshall all the way deep in the Lightning zone. Cable turns it over. And Marshall will take control of their own blue line. And send it all the way down. Cable back to pick it up behind his own net. Misfires on the pass, and they turn it over at center ice. Cable takes his man out. Nybakken will pick up the puck. Hands it to Ryer, right side. Ryer up the ice. He'll just chip it in and go get it himself. Ryer from behind the net. Defense were changing behind the play, so he didn't have anywhere to go. And Hannah's there now. Fulton's got it to Hannah. Hannah misses Fulton back in the corner. Now Hannah done the half wall. Chips it in. Wraps around all the way near side. Rickla will pick it up there. He'll go down to Ryer in the left corner. Under 50 seconds remaining in this power play. Rickla down low. Out top to Hannah. Hannah's shot blocked. Now he flips it down to Rickla along the wall. And he'd say he closes his hand on the puck. So that'll bring the face-off out in the neutral zone. With 36 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Northern Lakes, just 5:07 left here in the first period. Northern Lakes controls off the draw. This is Cable. Comes near side. Martin tips it deep. Gatterhagen goes in on the forecheck. Gatterhagen stepped off the wall but loses the handle on it. Marshall with it. They clear it to the line and out as Cable has just given up the blue line. Martin back to center ice to pick it up though. Poked off of his stick. He'll play it back to Cable now. Cable off of Martin to Fury. Fury handed off to Gatterhagen. Gatterhagen sends it up front. Nice tip there by Luke Martin. Good save with just 1 second left on the power play. Nice save there by the goaltender on that tip out front. So just 1 second left on the man advantage. Back to 5-on-5. As Carty will send it in on goal. Near side now intercepted by Carty. He tries to leave it for Peterson, but it's intercepted. Now to center ice. Marshall in on the left side. Tries this behind the net. Rickles there. Now comes loose. Circle. Played up to the point. Carty chips it out. Runs this man over. Now gets it back. We got a 2-on-1 opportunity. Carty with Peterson breaking a neck. Carty's shot was blocked. He's back up the center ice. Marshall comes back the other way. They shoot off of Suya and up and out of play. As they run Suya down. He's up and all right. 3:39 left here in the first period. Bolton on the face-off. Shot right on goal. Popped up in the air. Suya made the save. Now cleared to the corner by Balmer. He chips it up for the boards. To the line and just got out. Burville now near side. Tries to play it forward for Ryer. Knocked back towards Burville. Marshall on it now. The right point. They'll dump it in behind the net. Centering pass goes all the way through the left circle. Shot. Suya saved. Couldn't hold on to it. Now to the left point again. Shot all the way around. Comes near side corner for Burville. He plays it up to Ryer. Ryer just gains the zone. And he'll go look for a change. Long pass. That should be an icing call, and is. With 2:45 remaining here in the first period. Face off again, controlled by Marshall. They wrap it around near side. They're out in the neutral zone. And gain the Northern Lake zone right in front. Misses the handle on it now. Shot from the right point. Ends up wide of the net. Gatterhagen bumped off the puck. Helped by Fury, gets it out to center ice, but they lose the handle on it. Dump back into Lightning zone. Back behind the goal is Nybakken. His pass goes off of Gatterhagen. Gatterhagen will sweep it out to the neutral zone. But again, Marshall sends it back deep. Cable back to get it. He bunts it up the wall, but intercepted there by Marshall. They'll skate around the net. Put it out front. Lane loose. Picked up by Carty. Carty will put it off the glass and out. No icing. Lightning will get a change. 4 players behind the play. Down to minute 50 remaining here in the first period. Down on Suya. He'll leave it for Rickla. Now off the wall to center ice. And sent all the way back down to the zone. Marshall's offside, so they'll have to come and tag up. That gives Berg time to make a pass. Deflected by his own man. And picked up by Marshall. Marshall brings it over left side. Shot just wide. Up to the right point. That gets through. Good tip out front. Put it down. A nice save by Suya. Northern Lakes sends that all the way down. That'll miss the goal, so that'll be icing. With a minute 12 remaining, we're going to get face off deep in the Lightning zone. Parker Fulton will step in and take the draw. One by Marshall that put it in the corner. Center fan on the shot. Now that shot gloved by Suya, and he'll hold on. Again, Marshall wins the faceoff. This shot up and over the net. Down to a minute remaining in the period. Burville pinned to the wall. Good job getting the puck back, though. Up to Ryer. Ryer stripped. And Marshall gets control at their own blue line. They go D to D. Through center, they were looking for a stretch pass that goes all the way down for an icing call. 41 seconds left here in the first period. It's cool. Marshall again with the face-off win. Knocked down by Martin at center ice. Now Catterhagen with it. He gains the zone. He'll push it deeper. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Catterhagen backhand pass off front. No one there. Comes out the center. Marshall bringing it into the zone. Watched by Cable. Now back out to the right point. Shot right on. Suya will make the save. No rebound. Down to 15 seconds left. Face-off won by Marshall. Recurring theme there. Chipped in, just 5 seconds remaining. Cable will go back to get it. They'll bring it around the near side, and that should do it here for the first period. So after one, it's Marshall 3, Northern Lakes 0. They'll take some time to the ice. We'll take some time to let you thank our sponsors for all of the support that they give us. Be sure to show them the love by supporting them. We'll be back in about 12 minutes for period number 2. All right, step to the third period. Lightning find themselves in a hole after the first, 3-0, getting outshot 20-5 according to the scoreboard. Talking with a few folks here, we might think that actually might be generous for the Lightning. We'll see if we can turn things around here in the second period. Puck drop. Sullivan. Back to Nybakken. Wide side on the tape to Peterson. He corrals it in. He goes around the left side. All the way back around the net. Loses the handle on it. Sends it out front. It's intercepted. And they'll bring it up to center ice. Wrapped into the Lightning zone, wrapped around near side. Nybakken goes to pin his man in the corner. Helped out by Sullivan. His pass intercepted. Now back behind the net. That tipped in by off of Cable's stick on net for Suya. Suya will cover it up. Look at a face-off. Off to his right. Lightning will switch things up. Bolton wins the face-off. To Ryer on the right side, or excuse me, left side. Can't control, and Marshall will hold it in. They lose it in the corner. Popped out now. Flip up the wall, finally, and out the center ice. Marshall will get control. They'll step back across the Lightning line. Carried far side. Shot goes off of Ryer's shin pad in the near side corner. Now shot on Suya. Marshall collects the rebound. They go out to the right point and step around Ryer and dump it into the corner. Marshall will win the puck, race to the puck. They'll have control in the corner, back out to the right point. Shot well wide of the net, wraps around all the way near side. Ballmer's going to pick it up. Sends it just out of the reach of Ryer. That's going to be icing on the Lightning. It's 15:35 left here in the second period. Face-off won by Marshall off to the right or left point. They send it down deep. Hannah got back to deflect that pass. They still maintain control, Marshall does. They'll slide it deep in the corner. Hannah intercepts, and they'll wrap it around far side. Looking for Martin. Gets by him. Held in the right side. Catterhagen pins his man to the wall. Loose puck comes out. Knocked away from Verville. Centering pass off the post. It looks like Suya kicked the net free as he tried to reach back with that left skate, make that save. 15:09 left here in the second. Face-off won by Marshall. Shot, glove save, Suya, no rebound. We'll do it all over again. Lightning having a hard time getting out of their own zone here to start the second period. Lightning win the face-off. We'll take it around the near side. Tried to get it up to Carty, but that goes off a skate, and they don't clear the zone. Far side Nybakken unable to get it out. Marshall will push it back into the zone. Cable back to get it behind the net. He's helped out by Sullivan. Now it's wrapped around far side. Sullivan behind his own net, leaves it for Cable. Cable up to Peterson. He chips it out, gets past Carty and out loose at center ice. Marshall will get control of it, step away from pressure. And turn it over, and Carty will get it deep. Puck battle won by Marshall. And they'll carry it up to the blue line and out the center ice. All the way down deep into the Lightning zone. Rickless strips the puck, and then he's promptly stripped right back. Now out the center ice. Marshall playing it away from the forecheck. They'll carry it right back into the Lightning zone. Around the net, looking out front. Tipped away by Ryer. Ryer on his horse. Gets to the left circle. Shot right on. Save made. Rebound caroms all the way out to center ice. Marshall picks it up. They'll come down left side. Put it in the middle. Verville knocks it away there. Tipped out to center ice, but turned right back into the Lightning zone. That should be outside. It is. With 13:33 left in the second. Marshall still up 3-0. Catterhagen stepping to take the draw. He wins it. Fury has got a hold of it. Fury tries to carry it over the left side. Steps around the defenseman. Now he's got it in the corner. Picked up behind the net, though, by Marshall. Sent to the right point. Held in by Hannah. Puts it back behind the net. They overskated behind the net. Catterhagen has it. He'll go up to Verville at the left point. Verville's shot deflects wide off the end boards. Sent out front by Fury. Comes out to Hannah. Hannah shoots and gets by the goaltender. Goes just wide. And an interference call goes uncalled again. Hannah back to pick it up. Wide side. Pingling around. Now Hannah intercepts out front. Stripped off of his stick and sent through Suya's leg and wide. Out to the right point. They go D to D to the left. Shot through. Gets by Fury. Is trying to block it without his stick. Now they circle the zone. Watched by Martin. Martin pokes it up the center ice. Followed up by Catterhagen. And now Fury. Fury over the left circle. Takes a shot. Comes all the way through. Hannah crashing the boards. Gets by him and up the center ice, but Cable's back defensively. Now Sullivan makes a move. He'll carry it to center ice. Hits Peterson far side. Peterson tries to hand off to Carty, but that's gets through him and it's shipped back out to center ice. Peterson will gather in there and get back over the line, but good second effort by Peterson. He shoots and fans. Ends up near side. And Marshall will send it all the way down. Really the first pressure of the game coming now from Northern Lakes here as we're about 6 minutes into the second period. Lightning with an offensive zone face-off. Fulton directing traffic where he wants everyone behind him, and he'll step in to take the draw. Coach Klein talking with the referee here. Face off loose in the circle. Cleared out by Marshall to center ice. Nybakken back, picks it up. He'll circle in his own zone, try to send a pass up through the neutral zone. It's intercepted and turned back the other way by Marshall. Try to dangle and Nybakken takes his man out. Fulton picks up the loose puck, hands it off to Ballmer. Ballmer absorbs a check. And good job by Fulton to force the puck back in deep in the zone. Tried to hit Ballmer and gets through him out to center ice where Martin will pick it up, hand it off to Nybakken. Now it's intercepted and turned back by Martin. A takedown, and we've got a penalty coming against Marshall as Martin had cut to the net, drew a penalty. They dragged him down. And Northern Lakes will go on their first power play of the game. With 11:03 left here in the second period. Excuse me, this is their second power play of the game. See if they can get into the crooked numbers there on the scoreboard and start eating into this lead. Sullivan to take the draw to the corner. Nybakken battling there. Nybakken will step out with it. He's behind the net now. They try to get the power play set up. Comes near side to Carty up the half wall. He sends it across to Peterson. Left point. He'll step in. Shot right stand save and score! Rebound comes out to Nybakken, and Nybakken buries it. As Peterson threw it in, rebound put on right, the kick save there by the goaltender. But Nybach and Johnny on the spot, able to bury the rebound and get Northern Lakes on the board. They still trail by 2, 3-1, but 10:47 here left in the second. Lightning starting to show signs of life. I'm not sure what the call was there. I think they're calling offside. Marshall wins it, sends it into the zone. Rickla will send it out. Marshall turns right back in. They'll have to go take up. It gives time Rickla some time to make it out and pass to Martin. He hits Catterhagen in stride. Catterhagen with speeder on the left side. He's got a chance. Oh, a glove saved by the goaltender. Catterhagen went up high, short side. Goaltender gloves that, hangs on. We're going to face off deep in the offensive zone for Northern Lakes. Good breakout there by Northern Lakes with speed through the neutral zone. A good shot from the left circle. One back to Hannah. Hannah shoots. Walkered away to the corner. Bolton will leave in the corner for Ballmer. Ballmer pinned against the wall. He kicks it to Ryer. Ryer's got it now. Far side corner. Wraps it back for Ballmer behind the net. Ballmer will reverse it. Now Fulton tied up behind the net. Marshall come up with the puck. They'll come to center ice. Knocked away by Ryer. And they poke it by Verville. Fulton coming back hard. And they score on a 2-on-1. Miscommunication there as Fulton came back and went to the puck carrier instead of the man out front. Hannah takes the puck carrier also, and they slide it out front. Nothing Suya can do there. And the lead is 3 again. It's now 4-1 with 9:49 left in the second. Lightning turning over in their own zone. Shot, trickles just wide. Now out to Carty. He tries to hand up to Peterson. Peterson carries across, leaves it to Carty. Carty in, shoots it wide. Peterson on the rebound, centering pass gets by Sullivan. And now a 2-on-1 opportunity the other way. As they come back, shoot, save, made. Oh, and swatted away. I think Suya swatted that out of the air as it got behind him and saved the goal. Lightning ice it with 8:56 remaining, but I'm pretty sure that Sam Suya just saved a goal there. The first save popped back behind him, was bouncing, and he swung his stick around and batted it to the corner. Face off won by Marshall. Shot comes well wide, wrapped around near side. Push off the center ice. Now Martin's got it. He's looking to spring Catterhagen. Goes off of his stick and deep. Catterhagen avoids the check behind the goal. Pushed out to Berg, left point. Berg sends one through, blocked it away. Now flipped up to the neutral zone and picked up by Berg near side. Flip forward to the Marshall line, but they'll gather in control and come back the other way. Berg tries to clears it right off a shin pad. Now pops back to him. He'll hand it to Fury. Fury will go wide side for Martin, and he'll dump it deep. Fury will go in on the forecheck. Fury behind the net. Goaltender didn't even see him coming and handed it right to him, but Fury lost the puck. Now the puck's stuck in the referee's skates, allows Balmer to kick it back deeper. The wraparound near side, try to go off the wall. Held by Ryer. It gets through Cable out the center ice. Ryer picks it up though, and he'll send it back deep and let Balmer go in on the forecheck. Goaltender will play it around. Out to the line, but not out. Now Ryer at the side of the net. Quick backhand. Save made. Ryer picks up the rebound, puts it up to Nybakken. His shot, high and wide right. Out on the far side, Ryer's there to pick it up. And he'll try to walk back in, but it's poked back up to center ice. Balmer will send it in deep. Marshall with it. They'll just try to saucer it down. That's going to go all the way down. Cable's back there to pick it up. Down to about 7 minutes remaining here in the second period. Just past the way mark. Cable put it in the feet of Sullivan. And Cable will knock it down again, puts it in the feet of Sullivan. Shot on Suya in his pads, and he'll hold on and cover for a whistle with 6:49 left in the second period. Center ice now. Fury has it. He'll come near side to Martin. Martin tries to jump by a check. Puck is deep. Gets by Fury. Now up the near side. Out the center ice. Marshall will dump it in. Out the center. We're going to have a hand pass called against Northern Lakes. So that's going to bring the face-off back deep into their zone with 6:16 left in the second period. Face-off one. Rickla wraps it around. Balmer can't get it out. Pushed back in by Marshall. They have it on the half wall. They'll try to send it to the front of the net. Picked up by Rickla. Now sent all the way deep. Wraps far around the far side. Held it at the right point. Marshall picks it up. They'll skate it down below the goal line. Fulton back to pick it up. He'll try to skate up the near side. Hands it off to Balmer. Balmer can't pick it up. Now, drop pass for Ryer is intercepted. And Marshall will come back the other way off a skate right to Rickla. He plays it off the boards and all the way down. We'll say no icing. Sullivan Harding on the forecheck. Burville steps up, and that's tipped all the way down by Marshall, and that is going to be icing. And we'll get a face-off deep in the Marshall end. Down to 5:23 remaining here, second period. It's 4-1, Marshall with the lead. Face-off control by Marshall. They flip it over Hannah. They come back. Save made by Suya. Good job by Burville. Hannah on the back check. They turn it up the other way. They turn it over now. Burville has a center. He'll fire it in. Wrapped around far side. Peterson there to get it. He avoids the check. Tries the center, and that's intercepted. Now down the wall. Burville punched it in. There's an elbow. Goes uncalled. Back to Hannah near in the neutral ice. He tries to put it off the wall for Sullivan, but gets through and all the way back into the Marshall end. Pass goes right through the middle, but tipped up into the rafters by Caterham with 4:31 left in the second. Face off, won by Northern Lakes. They slide it in. It's taken by Marshall. They'll go D to D in their own zone. Watched by Martin. Now a long pass, tipped into the zone. Cable back to pick it up. He tries to shovel it forward, but that gets intercepted. Now Martin picks off a pass in the slot. He'll try to chip it off the boards. Marshall will take control. Fury on the forecheck. Now pulled through. Catterhagen at his own blue line. Comes on near side to Nybakken, and Nybakken will relay it into the offensive zone. Lightning will get a change. Marshall up through center ice. That should be offside. Marshall will have to tag up as Nybakken has it. He gives it to Fulton. Fulton will carry up through center, hands it off to Ryer, left circle. Tries to get shot on there. No one there for the rebound, cleared away by Marshall. One-on-one now, Berg back in his own zone. Good stick by Berg. Ryer back to pick up the puck, and he gets tripped. And we'll have a penalty called here against Marshall. And that'll be a tripping call as Ryer was taken down behind the net with 3:17 left. Put Northern Lakes back on the power play. That'll be their third chance tonight. As they scored on the last one. They're 1 for 2. We'll see if they can cut the lead back down to 2. Face off won by Northern Lakes. Cardio hold. Sends it wide looking for Peterson, but that was deflected. Now it's loose at the half wall. Slides up the left point where Peterson's got it. He tries to go back down the half wall, but that's deflected. They call it cross-checking instead of tripping, but pick your poison there. Still minute 46 on the power play. Marshall wins the draw, sends it all the way down. Cable will go back to pick it up again. Marshall with that one-man forecheck here. Northern Lakes. Out through center, this is Cable. He carries it in the zone, poked off of his stick. Helped out by Carty. Now this is Nybakken behind the net. He'll set up. He's got Peterson the right point. Peterson's shot off a shin pad. Carty picks it up near side. They play catch inside. Carty goes back door to Cable, but it gets through him. Now it's to Peterson, top to Carty. Carty will take a shot. Goaltender will glove and hold. 2:19 left in the second. Minute 2 left in the power play. Fulton wins the face-off. Rickla's got it now, right point. His shot blocked. Loose in the corner. Ballmer battling behind the net now. Pulled forward by Fulton. Now Ryer's got it. Or no, that's Berg, excuse me. Now Fulton. Back for Berg. Berg behind the net. Centering pass for Ballmer. Goes all the way through. Back in the Lightning zone. Rickla put it off the wall for Ryer. Now he tries to leave it for Ballmer and has to tip it in. Up and play. We're down to 29 seconds remaining on the power play. Lightning will switch it up again. Catterhagen will step in to take the draw. Puck loose in the corner. Lightning hold. That's up to the right point, held again. Catterhagen step off the ball. His shot blockered up and on a play. 10 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Just a minute 26 left in the second. Face-off controlled by Marshall. Lightning get control though. Catterhagen now behind the goal. Hands it off to Fury. Power plays over. Lightning control in the zone. Now turned over. Poked away by Cable at the line. Marshall with control. Far side to hand off to the right point. That slips through and goes out this neutral zone. They'll have to come back and regroup. Flipped in. 50 seconds remaining in this period. Behind the net now. Laying loose. Suya, good job to come out and challenge. As it slid through the slot to the right point, the save was made. Face off one to the right point. Shot from there. Suya saw it the whole way and gloves it. We've got 38 seconds left here in the second. Secondary win by Marshall. They get a shot, but it goes wide. They maintain control, put it up front, knocked away by Suya. That shot blasted wide, interrupted there by Peterson. Down to the corner, Sullivan shields the puck, steps away with it, tries to slide up the Carty, but doesn't make it there. Now slid up to the left point, shot well wide. 5 seconds remaining in the period. Sent down below the goal with 2 seconds left, out to the slot, and they fan on the shot at the buzzer. So there you have it. After one, Marshall still up by 3, 4-1. But the Lightning do get on the board. After the second period. I'll get it right here, guys. Shots on the scoreboard, 30-16 in favor of Marshall. Lightning will take that into the locker and see if they can come back with the third period push. We'll be back in about 12 minutes. Before we go, Lightning are doing something different this year. They brought on an honorary captain in Dave Levesque. Dave Levesque's a reporter for the Star Tribune. He's battling a neurological disorder here. And he could really use the support. The Lightning have pledged their support. They're going to play for Dave the whole year, and they've made him an honorary captain. And as you can see up on the screen here, there is a GoFundMe account that's set up to help with all of the medical bills and the treatment that he's going through as he battles this. And the Lightning are going to battle it with him all year long as their honorary captain. They're going to carry him with to every game that they go to this year. And again, just trying to support him as he battles through this. We can appreciate your support. If you've got the ability, please scan the QR code on the screen here. Help out any way you can, and help us fight alongside David as he works towards a full recovery. The honorary captain for Northern Lakes this year. We appreciate that. We'll leave this up just in case you want a chance to help out there. And we'll be back for the third period in about 12 minutes. right, back for the third period. Northern Lakes is a better second period than their first. Still trail by 3, 4-1 after 2. Shots starting to even out a little bit more as they got 30-16 still in favor of Marshall. Northern Lakes after this will take on Totino Grace down in Brooklyn Park. That'll be on Saturday, an afternoon game. But first things first, let's see if they can climb back into this one. They got 17 minutes to do so. Sullivan will step in with Carty and Peterson, Cable and Nybakken. And we're off. Northern Lakes will win the face-off. That'll get deflected off the player in the bench, so we'll drop it all over just outside of the Northern Lakes zone. Now Marshall controls, they'll dump it in. Cable knocks that down late, loose in the slot. Picked up by Sullivan, handed to Peterson, and Peterson will dump it into the zone and go in on the forecheck. Helped up by Sullivan, they get by him. But they turn him back into the zone. Good job there by Peterson. Nybakken holding it the right, slides out the zone. Chased down by Carty. Carty puts his man on the wall, but they maintain control. Now back behind the net. And they score. Cable got taken down in a corner. We're man short out front of the net. They slide it out front. Beat Suya over the glove. And it stretched the lead to 5-1. Fulton steps in, wins it back to Berg. Berg to Fulton, back up to Ryer. Ryer carried in left side. They put a shot in on net. The goaltender will cover. Face off one back to Berg. Hit shot blocked. Laying loose in the slot. Marshall will gather it in. They'll carry through center. Have it in left circle. Shot wide. Held in at the right point. Now behind the net, centering pass. Put off the outside of the net. Berg now with it. He'll send it wide side. Nobody there to receive it. And Marshall turns it back the other way. Right down the slot. Taken out by Berg. Picked up by Ryer. He leaves it for Catterhagen. Catterhagen will circle through center ice. He'll drift it off to Fury, but Fury has his pocket picked and sent up to the neutral zone where Martin will pick it up. Turned over to center ice, and Marshall will flip it deep in the zone. Hannah back to get it. Catterhagen tries to bring it up near side to Martin. Martin has it now. He'll mishandle. Catterhagen will pick it up. Tried to send it deep, but that's intercepted by Marshall. They'll send up. Suya will play to the corner away from the forechecker. Center and pass goes all the way through. Comes to the right point. Knocked down by Burville. and wrapped around far side. Fury will pick it up center ice. Lightning changing behind the play. He'll just dump it in on goal. Goaltender leave it for his defenseman. Send it all the way down, tip down. So no icing. Cable back in the corner to pick it up. Deep fans on the pass. And it's pitched up and on a play. With 14:22 left in the third period, it's 5-1. Marshall on top. Face off won by Northern Lakes. Nybach stripped of the puck in the corner. Center and pass deflected away by Sullivan. He'll chip it around near side. Lightning beaten to the puck and they held in. Sent wide side out to the left point. Shot from there. Deflects out front. Suya's going to hold on. 14:03 left here in the third. Face off won by Northern Lakes. Berg wraps it around near side for Ryer. Ryer picks it up off the boards. Slides it forward looking for Ballmer in the zone. Ballmer battling in the corner. Takes his man to the wall. Helped out by Fulton. Comes up the wall. Berg pushes it back down. They battle along the half wall. Berg gets it. Sends it in on goal. And the goaltender will just cover. Fulton steps in for the face-off. Won by Marshall. They come down, shoot off the side of the net, gets his own rebound, puts it off Suya's pad, ends up at the point, right between the circles. They'll shoot. Suya sees it the whole way, and he'll glove and hold. Face-off won by Marshall. They get it up to the point, but that shot's blocked. Up the center now where Fury sends it across, and Martin will send it deep. Martin chasing them up from behind their own net. Marshall will come up through center. Knocked away at the line, but right to another Marshall player. They've got it at the top of the circles. Shot deflected by Fury up and on a play. Sullivan steps in and takes the draw. He wins it. Peterson brings it to the near side boards. Gets it out of the zone, but Marshall will send it right back in. Hannah back to pick it up, far corner. Pulls it off the wall, sends it up for Carty. Now Sullivan. Sullivan near side now. Tries to dump it, hits the defender with it. Comes back to the line. Hannah hustles over to poke it away. Now back in their own zone. Hannah goes wide side for Sullivan. Leaves it for Carty. Now Sullivan back to Hannah. Hannah will send it in again right at the defenseman. They turn it right back the other way. Burville turns around, puts it off the wall for Peterson, who relays it out to center ice. It's a high stick on Northern Lakes. It's 12:04 left in the third. Marshall win this draw. carried into the corner, slide it behind the net, step out to the left circle and go out to the left point. Shot from there, tipped right on. Suya makes the save. And if the referee blows his whistle one more time, I'm pretty sure they'll stop. Boys being boys after the whistle. 11:53 left in the third. Nybakken able to get it out to center ice, cross the run line, dumps it softly into the offensive zone. Lightning going on an attack, but it's flipped out to center ice. Lightning turned right back into the zone behind the net. Fanned on it there, and brought the other way. Now to center ice, 3-on-2. Fulton coming back on. They were offside at the line. Well, Northern Lake Sports Line getting a chance to play here as Dunbar, Bry, and Steuben come out. Just over 11 minutes left in the third, down by 4. Looking to give the Lightning a jolt of energy. Face off now, Kasuya's right, won by Marshall. They slide it into the corner. Nybakken there to pick it up. He'll spin away from pressure. Steuben chips it out to center ice. Ryle will go up on the forecheck. They'll come around near side. Too far for the forward. Fired off the wall by Cable out to center ice. Fury pushes them back into their own zone. Or now Marshall has it deep behind the net. Good job by Rickla to poke it away. Catterhagen up to Fury. Fury can't gain the zone. Catterhagen and Fury double team the Hilltopper, and now comes out to Dunbar, and he'll chip it up out of the zone. Marshall sends it all the way back behind Suya. Fury carries it up the center, gets the red line. But they'll say it hit someone on the bench, I think, and blow it dead with 10:15 left in the third. Marshall wins it, goes D to D. They'll dump it all the way in. Rickla race back, far corner. Tips up to Fury. Fury up off the boards, up to the line, but not out. Dump back below. Berg will go back into battle. Now wide side. Now through Fury at center ice. Turned back the other way by Marshall. They step across the line to the middle of the ice, knocked down by Sullivan. Now Carty has it. He's stripped. Carty puts his man against the wall, gains his own, tries to kick it out for Peterson, but intercepted by Marshall. Now good job by Sullivan to intercept that pass. His blind pass out the center. Oh. They're going to call a slashing call now because Marshall kid fell down on a contested puck. So it'll be a Marshall power play with 9:21 left in the third. Marshall leading by 4, 5-1. Face off one. Nybakken wraps around near side. Ryer relays it out. Marshall drop pass through center. Come through with speed. Lightning get the dump in. Cable unable to clear. Back behind the net. Wrapped around near side now. To the right point, up to the top. They play catch at the top of the zone now from the right or left circle. Shot deflects near side corner. Up to the right point, sends it across the left side again. Left circle, shot deflected up and over to the net. And that'll touch the netting above the glass. And we're going to get a face-off deep in the Lightning zone with 8:32 left in the third. Still a minute 12 left on the penalty. Face-off won by Marshall off to the left point. They'll step in, take a shot. Suya gloves it, holds. We'll do it all over again. Face-off won again by Marshall. They'll go D to D. Back to the left side. Now to the top. Down to the right side. Centering pass gets through. Catterhagen, good second effort. Punches it out. Martin on the jump. Comes down, shoots. Bad save. And he tries to bank it in off the goaltender. Good job by Luke Martin. Down to 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Sent all the way through, looking for a deflection. Didn't get it. It'll come off the wall. Lightning running around a little bit on the D side. Marshall has it. They'll rotate it across to the left side. Now back right. Watch there by Sullivan. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty, Paul. On the penalty. And Suya slides across and covers. 2 seconds remaining on the kill for Northern Lakes. That'll do it for the penalty as Peterson steps back on the ice. Cable fires it across. No one looking for the pass. It goes for icing. 7:09 left in the third. Face-off won by Northern Lakes. Cable takes it around the net, slides it up to Carty. Carty hits Peterson, but it bounces off his stick. Back up the center where Carty will pick it up and relay it in. Lightning tag up. Go back into the forecheck when it comes off the center. Centering pass goes all the way through. They battle along the half wall. Another puck battle won by Marshall. They step off the wall and they beat Suya. It's now 6-1. Back in the Lightning zone. Berg behind the net's got it. His pass deflected. Breyer able to get it up to center ice. Turn right back in where Berg will pick it up to Ryer. Ryer will gain the red. Doesn't get it deep. And now Marshall up the other way. Let it go all the way down, and they'll call that icing. That was contested, so that's surprising, but we'll take it. Ends up with a face-off deep in the Marshall end. Ryan wins it forward. They wrap around far side. Hannah keeps it in the right side. Oh, Steuben couldn't quite hold it, but Dunbar will slide it back in. Steuben will go in on the forecheck. They spin away from Steuben. Fired off the near side boards up the center. Verville intercepts, and he'll send it back deep. Steuben again on the forecheck. Now Bry. They pass through him. Dunbar coming back. Good job, Dunbar coming back. Third man comes through, though, and it ends up with Hannah. And cleared. And they're going to call icing on Northern Lakes with 5:12 left in the third. Off again, won by Marshall. One-time shot from the top of the zone. Hits the outside of the goal. Picked up by Fury and sent out to center ice. It's picked up by Marshall. And they'll turn it back into the Lightning zone. Down on the near side. Martin gets it out. Fury will chase it down. Fury, good job. Causes a bobble in the corner there. Now they come back to the center. Off the stick. Gets by Nybakken. 2-on-1. Shot right into Suya, and he holds on. We got boys being boys again. They'll just keep blowing the whistle like it does something. With 4:28 left here in the third. Controlled by Marshall behind the net. Pass up front. Shot went wide. They control behind the net now. Good job by Rickla to intercept there. He goes to Peterson, but that's in the air. Can't knock it down. That'll be icing. Bolton steps in draw. Controlled again by Marshall. They'll try to go through the slot and ends up all the way out center ice. Interception there by Bolton. He'll turn it back the other way. Comes near side to Ryer. Ryer will carry it in, looking back for Fulton again, but that's tipped up and out of play. We'll get a face-off deep in the Marshall end with 3:43 left in the third. Face-off won by Fulton. Ryer slides it down to Fulton in the corner. Fulton bodied off the puck. Ulmer taken down, trying to help out. The battle alongside the crease is still loose, but of course our favorite referee is going to blow his whistle 15 times and call it dead. 3:30 left here in the third. Face off one, back to Hannah at the right side. He shoots just wide by Fulton. Wrapped around far side. Ballmer goes in on the attack. He's putting the boards. Puck flipped out. Right down the boards. The Hilltoppers will get it. Slide it into the Lightning end. Shot blocked by Hannah. He'll come out with speed. Hannah by himself here on the left. Cuts to the center. Oh, and he's tripped by the goaltender. As he was trying to reach the puck and made a step through. My favorite referee just decided not to watch what was going on in the corner as they're standing over Hannah. So Lightning will get a power play. On tripping on the goaltender. Number 11 will serve the penalty. 2:56 remaining in the third. Catterhagen to take the drop. Catterhagen behind the net, steps out front, tries to shoot, blocked out front. Wrapped around near side, and that's going to go all the way down. Fury with it now through center ice. Gives it to Catterhagen. Catterhagen steps around the right side, shot right on. Goaltender makes the save, no rebound. Still 2:26 left here in the third. Catterhagen again on the draw. Marshall will win it. Held in by Nybakken, right point. Now front, Fury. Can't get a shot away. Comes off the Cable, left point. Cable will just send it in deeper. Wrapped around far side. Nybakken holds there. Fury snaps the stick in half. Cable has it now, center ice. It's it off the wall, too far for Martin. And sent all the way down. 54 seconds remaining on the power play for Northern Lakes. And that pass for Carty misfires. Now go all the way down for icing against the Lightning. About a minute 41 left here in the game. Lightning with another 46 seconds on the power play. Face off won by Northern Lakes, ends up on goal. They try to get it up out of the zone, and Marshall will take it. And they'll just go back into their own end, kill time. And we'll watch them do it. We are on the power play here, folks. They'll ice it all the way down, and they'll win the race. Suya comes out to play it around. One minute remaining in the game. Bry will dig it out, put it up off all the way down. They'll wave off icing. Comes right up front. Steuben, Bry, shoots on it, goes straight up in the air. Nybakken. Slide it back, and that'll do it. As the Lightning will fall 6-1 to Duluth Marshall. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you all on Saturday from Brooklyn Park as the Lightning will take on Totino Grace. Everyone have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Be safe. We'll see everyone.